How are you, really? We rarely answer that honestly, even to ourselves. We obsess over physical health, but go silent about mental health. That ends now. We'll look at what real experts have discovered. Some of it will surprise you. It's time to get real about mental health. Here's your wake-up call. Struggling with mental health doesn't make you an outlier. 1 in 4 people worldwide will be affected at some point. This isn't an isolated issue, it's a global reality. Yet, we still whisper about it, treating it as a personal failing. You are not alone in this fight. Let's crush a damaging myth. Mental illness is not a choice or a sign of weakness. You can't just snap out of it any more than you can will away diabetes. Mental health conditions are rooted in complex biology, genetics, and environment. Telling someone to get over it is like telling someone with a broken leg to walk it off. Managing mental health takes courage and often professional help. It's a challenge, not a character flaw. Let's retire this myth for good. Want a powerful tool for mental health? Exercise. It's not just for your body. Regular activity is one of the most effective ways to fight depression and anxiety. Exercise releases endorphins and boosts brain chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, similar to what antidepressants do. It also reduces stress hormones, improves sleep, and builds self-esteem. Even a brisk walk a few times a week can make a difference. You don't need to be a marathon runner, just get moving. Your mind will thank you. The best prescription is the one you can write for yourself. Teenage years aren't just awkward, they're a mental health minefield. 1 in 5 teens faces a severe mental disorder and many go undiagnosed. Depression, anxiety, and even suicide rates are rising among young people. The teenage brain is still developing, making them especially vulnerable to stress and pressure. We need to create safe spaces for teens to talk and get help. Ignoring this crisis isn't an option. The future of a generation depends on it. You are what you eat applies to your brain too. Your diet directly impacts your mood and mental health. The gut-brain connection is real. Most of your serotonin is made in your gut. Junk food disrupts this balance, increasing risk for depression and anxiety. Whole foods, fruits, veggies, lean proteins, support brain health and resilience. Small, consistent changes to your diet can make a big difference. Social media promise connection, but for many, it's fueled loneliness and depression. We compare our messy lives to everyone else's highlight reels, and it steals our joy. High social media use is linked to anxiety, poor body image, and isolation. These platforms are designed to be addictive, often making us feel worse. Be mindful of how you use them. Curate your feed, log off when needed. Real-world connections matter most. Invest in relationships that nourish your soul. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for your brain and mental health. Skimping on sleep is like running on empty, you'll break down. During sleep, your brain resets, processes memories, and regulates emotions. Lack of sleep makes you irritable, anxious, and more vulnerable to mental health issues. It's a vicious cycle. Poor sleep worsens mental health and vice versa. Prioritize sleep with a consistent schedule and a restful environment. Don't see sleep as wasted time, it's essential self-care. Get your rest. When you're struggling, it can feel hopeless, but treatment works. Decades of research show that most people respond well to therapy, medication, or both. For depression, up to 90% improve with proper treatment. For anxiety, CBT is highly effective. The tragedy is that stigma keeps many from seeking help. Recovery is not just possible, it's probable. The first step is asking for help and finding what works for you. You have options, and you don't have to do it alone. There is hope. Work is a major source of stress and a key factor in mental health. Burnout is now recognized as a real occupational phenomenon. Billions of workdays are lost each year to depression and anxiety, costing the global economy dearly. Neglecting mental health at work leads to absenteeism and high turnover. Forward-thinking companies offer support, flexibility, and training for managers. Your job should support your well-being, not break your spirit. Demand a work culture that values mental health. Mental health conditions often run in families. Genetics matter. Your DNA can predispose you to certain conditions, but it's not destiny. Environment and life experiences interact with your genes. Knowing your family history empowers you to be proactive. Science is moving us away from the myth of mental illness as a character flaw. Understanding your blueprint helps you recognize warning signs early. There's a real link between creativity and certain mental health traits. Creative people and their relatives have higher rates of mood disorders like bipolar disorder. Traits like openness and emotional intensity fuel both creativity and vulnerability. The goal isn't to romanticize suffering but to support creative minds. Unique wiring can produce both masterpieces and challenges. Supporting artists means supporting their mental health too. Stress is normal, until it's constant. Chronic stress floods your brain with hormones, shrinking memory centers and ramping up anxiety. It literally rewires your brain for high alert, making relaxation and focus harder. Chronic stress links directly to anxiety, depression, and physical illness. Managing stress isn't optional, it's survival. Exercise, mindfulness, and boundaries are essential tools. Protect your brain from the corrosive effects of stress. The golden years can bring peace but also unique mental health challenges. Depression isn't a normal part of aging, but older adults are at high risk and often don't seek help. Life transitions, retirement, loss, health issues can trigger depression. Symptoms are often misdiagnosed as aging. Treatment is effective at any age. Families and providers must stay vigilant and supportive. A long life should include good mental health. Mental health looks different in men and women. Women are more likely to be diagnosed with depression and anxiety, influenced by hormones and social pressures. Men are more likely to die by suicide, often due to norms that discourage vulnerability. Men's depression may show as anger or substance abuse, not sadness. Breaking gender stereotypes is crucial for better mental health support. Everyone deserves the right kind of help. Mindfulness is about being present, not lost in past or future worries. It's a simple practice with profound mental health benefits. Regular mindfulness can reshape your brain, reducing stress and boosting focus. It teaches you to observe thoughts without being controlled by them. For anxiety and depression, it breaks negative cycles. Mindfulness gives you back control over your mind. It's a skill anyone can learn. Technology brings help and harm to mental health. Therapy apps and online support are great, but constant connectivity is exhausting. Endless notifications and screen time create chronic stress and mental fatigue. Blue light from screens disrupts sleep, hurting mental health. Set digital boundaries, unplug, turn off notifications, and create tech-free zones. Be the master of your technology, not its slave. Protect your mind in the digital age. We're wired for connection. Relationships are key to happiness and mental health. It's not about quantity, but the quality of your real-world connections. Strong relationships buffer stress and keep us healthier, longer. Loneliness is as toxic as smoking. Supportive relationships provide belonging and validation. Toxic ones do the opposite. Invest in positive connections. They're vital for your mental health. Mental health is universal, but culture shapes how we experience and talk about it. Symptoms, stigma, and treatment vary widely across cultures. Some cultures express distress physically, not emotionally. Culturally sensitive care is essential for effective treatment. Providers must listen and adapt, not assume. Understanding culture helps us support each other better. Poverty and poor mental health are deeply connected. Chronic financial stress increases risk for anxiety and depression. Access to care is often a luxury for those who need it most. Economic hardship makes recovery harder, creating a vicious cycle. Addressing mental health means addressing inequality. Everyone deserves resources for a healthy mind and life. The future of mental health is hopeful and evolving fast. Technology and data are enabling earlier intervention and personalized care. New treatments, from AI to psychedelics, are on the horizon. The biggest change is cultural ending stigma and normalizing help seeking. The more we talk, the more we heal. The future starts with conversations like this. We've covered a lot, but this is just the beginning. Real change happens when we turn knowledge into action. Share your thoughts and experiences below. Your story matters. If this video helped, like, subscribe, and join the conversation. Remember, caring for your mental health is strength, not weakness. Let's keep breaking the stigma together. You're not alone. Take care of yourself and each other.